The disadvantages of direct channel is you cannot expand your business. If you are selling your product in a local area means you can use direct distribution channel. Under indirect channel, you have 3 types. First one level channel, 2 level channel and 3 level channel. Hello everyone, I am Meghana from the Department of Commerce lecturing in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. We are in the session 10 of Unit 4, subject Marketing Management. In the last session, we have discussed about distribution channel, meaning definition of distribution channel. In today's session, let us continue with the same topic. In today's session, let us discuss with the types of distribution channel and factors affecting distribution channel. So let us start with today's session. So types of distribution channel. We know the meaning of distribution channel. Distribution channel means the agent or the route taken to reach the goods from the manufacturer place to the final consumers. The route taken by the manufacturer to reach the goods from the manufacturer to the final consumers. So under that, types of distribution channels, there are 2 types of distribution channel. So first one, direct channel or zero level channels. That means manufacturer to the final consumers. Next, second type, indirect channels. That means selling through intermediaries. And the first one, direct channel, there is no intermediary or middlemen. Only from the manufacturer to the final consumers. In the indirect channel, it sells through intermediaries. It is further classified into 3 types. 1 level channel, that means manufacturer to the retailer and consumers. Here they involve only retailer. Next, 2 level channel. 2 level channel, manufacturer to the wholesaler and retailer, then to consumers. And last one, 3 level channel. Under this, agent, wholesaler, retailer, then final consumers. So here they involve the number of middlemen involved in the distribution channels. Based on the number of middlemen involved in the distribution channel, they are further classified into 1 level channel, 2 level and 3 level distribution channel. So first one, direct channel or zero level channel. That means under direct channels, no middlemen are involved in the distribution channels. So here directly from the manufacturer to the final consumers. Mainly this channel is benefited for if you are producing the goods for the further processing. If you are producing goods for further processing means it can be transported to the final consumer. Final consumer means the person who purchased the goods and used the goods for the further processing. So here there is no involvement of middlemen. So directly from the manufacturer to the final consumers, as well as for the if you are producing the goods for the final consumption purpose also. So some of the goods for some of the manufacturer, they use this distribution channel. For example, various applications are available like MYSURU. All this application here from directly from the manufacturer, it reaches the final consumers. So in the village also, if the farmer produces some goods means directly it will reach us to the final consumers, the local customers, directly they purchase from the farmers. So here there is no involvement of the middlemen. So here the advantages of direct channels is direct connection between the consumers and the manufacturer. Here there is a direct connection between the manufacturer and the final consumers. They can get the feedback from the customers. If there is any requirement, if there is any changes required, so that they can adopt the changes. They get feedbacks directly from the consumers only. So here commission. Here commission is also, you need not to pay commission for the middlemen. So the price can be reduced. The more number of middlemen involved, the price is increased. So you need to add all these expenses with the cost of production or selling price, so that the selling price will become high. So it's a burden for the manufacturer as well as for the consumers. So here in direct channel, there is no requirement of the middleman, so that the prices of the product can be reduced so that it attracts the customers. They can use this strategy if the price of the product is reduced means, so they use this strategy in order to attract the customers so that they can maintain a direct relationship between the customers, as well as it helps in attracting the customers and it helps to increase their sales also. So they can make a changes as required to the consumers. So this is all about direct channel. Here mainly direct channel means there is no involvement of the middlemen or agents. So directly manufacturer to the consumers. The goods directly it reaches from the manufacturer to the final consumers. Either it may be a industrial goods or it may be a consumable goods. So here consumer is depends on the product what you are producing. If you are producing a industrial goods means consumer is industry or other manufacturing company. If you are producing a consumable goods or if you are producing for the consumption purpose only, your consumer will final consumer or customers. So normal people. So depends on the product what you are producing, the consumer is decided. So here it helps the manufacturer as well as the consumers. So if there is any middlemen are involved in this transaction, if there is any middleman involved in this transaction means selling price of the product will increase. So it is burden for the consumers as well as it is a burden for the manufacturer. So they need to look after the distribution channels. So if the middlemen or work effectively means then only this transaction or this flow work effectively. Otherwise this process will, if there is any middleman involved in this transaction means you need to look after about the middlemen or agents. So it depends on the agents. If there is a lack of agents or middlemen means if the manufacturer will suffer from this process. So the direct connection or direct channel helps to maintain the good relationship or direct relationship between the customers. So these all are the advantages of direct channel. And the disadvantages of direct channel is you cannot expand your business. If you are dependent on the direct channel means directly you need to connect with the customers. So you cannot expand your business at a single time or at a particular time. You cannot reach large area. You can reach only the limited area so that your business cannot expand in this direct channel. If the middlemen or agents are involved in this transaction means through the middlemen or through the agent you can expand your business. Your goods will reach to the outer areas also. There is a lack of expand in this direct channel. You cannot expand your business in the direct channel or zero level channel. So then distribution channel is if the middlemen or agents are involved in your transaction means they can give ideas, better ideas for improvement so that you will not get the ideas from the middlemen or agents. So they can use their own talent or skill in selling their product or services. So here you cannot get the ideas from the middlemen as well as the availability of the product. You cannot reach the customer. You cannot reach each and every customers at a single time. If the middlemen are involved in this transaction means you can reach the consumers at a single time. So it helps the manufacturer to reach the consumers, more consumers at a single time. So this is the disadvantages of direct channel or zero level channel. Next one, indirect channel. Indirect channel means selling through intermediaries. So here in this transaction, so route taken by the manufacturer to reach the consumers. So directly you can reach, directly the manufacturer can reach the final consumer or you can reach through the intermediaries. So the manufacturer will contact the intermediary or agent. So this agent will reach the final consumers. Either it may be a one intermediary or it may be more than one also. So either you can use one or two level or three level distribution channel. So under indirect distribution channel, indirect means you are using intermediary, selling products through intermediaries. So next, under indirect channel you have a one level channel, that means manufacturer to the retailer and consumers. Manufacturer to retailer and consumers. Here they use only one middleman that is retailer. For example, farmers Farmer, they sell their goods to the retailers. So the retailer, that means the street sellers, they purchase the goods from the manufacturer and they reach the goods, they sell the goods to the final consumer. Here only one intermediary, that is retailers, is involved in this transaction. Or else online, another one example is online apps, applications. So through the application, they use applications or the internet as an intermediary, one intermediary, that is retailer, and it will reach the final consumers. The manufacturer will reach the in online applications. So the online application will reach the final consumers. So here they involve only one distribution channel. Next, two-level channel. Under two-level channel, manufacturer to the wholesaler, wholesaler to the retailer, retailer to the consumers. So from the manufacturer, the wholesaler will purchase in a bulk. So wholesaler will purchase in a bulk. So from the wholesaler, the retailer will purchase in a small quantity. For example, if the manufacturer produce 1000 units, so from the manufacturer, wholesaler will purchase 500 units. From the manufacturer, the wholesaler will purchase 500 units. From the wholesaler, retailer will purchase 250 units. 250 units. Retailer will sell to the final consumers. So after selling all these units, so then again he purchased from the wholesaler. Then this wholesaler will purchase from the manufacturer. So here this chain will flow from upward to downward and downward to upward. So here they involve wholesaler and retailer because the amount or the money involved in this transaction, the retailer cannot offer a large amount. They cannot invest more amount to purchase the goods, or they're not ready to take the risk. If the goods is fast moving, means then they can purchase from the wholesaler, so that they are not ready to take the risk. Here the wholesaler is ready to take the risk. They purchase the goods from the manufacturer and they sell it to the retailers with some margin of profit. So from the retailers, they fix some margin of profit for the retailer, then sell it to the consumers. So here in this distribution channels, so compared to direct channel or one level channels, the cost of selling price of the product will become higher because you need to meet these expenses. Either manufacturer can have a control on this distribution channel, or they can completely hand over their goods to the wholesalers. So wholesaler will sell it to the retailers, retailer will sell it to the consumers. Either if the manufacturer wants to control over the retailer or this distribution channel, means they hold the goods. So they supply the goods to the wholesaler and retailer based on the requirements. That means if the demand is increased, so they will sell the goods or they give the goods to the wholesaler. If the demand is low, they hold the goods with the manufacturer. It is based on the manufacturer decision. So if manufacturer wants to have a control on this distribution channel, means they can have this control. Or else if the manufacturer wants to make a profit, so their intention is to sell the goods. So all this 1000 units they will sell to the wholesaler. Wholesaler will hold the goods. Then depends on the demand. If the demand is increased, then supply it to the market. So it based on the manufacturer decision or manufacturer objectives. So here this all about two-level channel. Next, last one, three-level channel. Three-level channel means manufacturer to the agent, agent to the wholesaler, or wholesaler to the retailer, then consumers. In this case, manufacturer, they use this agent to reach your goods to the different areas. So this agent, they contact different wholesalers. From this wholesalers, retailer to the consumers. So here this agent, he works for commission. So manufacturer use this agent in order, they give some commission or incentives in order to increase their sales and as well as in order to widen their market. So they use agents in order to sell their goods. Either the manufacturer may sell the whole manufactured goods or the total units to the agent, or they can give some, or they can give products, depends on the demand. If the demand is more, they can give as per the demands. So based on the manufacturer objective, this flow will take place. So here they involve agent, wholesaler and retailer. Through the retailer, the consumer will get product. So here the agent will work for the commission as well as incentives. Here they motivate the agent by giving some offers or incentives or bonus to the agent. So it helps the manufacturer, as well as it is a benefit for the agent also. If he work effectively, he will get the benefit, he will get the incentives, bonus and commission. So that they put 100% effort so that the manufacturer will get the benefit. So this is all about types of distribution channels. Mainly you have two types of distribution channel: direct channel and indirect channel. Direct channel or zero level channel, indirect channel. Under indirect channel you have three types. First one level channel, two level channel and three level channel. So here the involved number of agents or number of intermediaries involved in the transaction or selling process. So based on the number of intermediary involved in the distribution channel, we are classified into three types. If the only one intermediary is involved, means one level channel. Two intermediaries or involved means two level channels. Three intermediaries or involved means three level channels. So this is all about types of distribution channel. Next, it can be explained through diagram. These types of distribution channel can be explained through this diagram. Here producer or manufacturer use, this is the first type, direct channel. Directly the manufacturer can reach the final consumers. The ultimate goal of the manufacturer is to reach this final consumers. So this final consumer satisfaction is an important factor. So in order to satisfy this group, they use this channel. Either they may take a decision of direct channel or they may come through this indirect channel. This is the first type and this is the second type. Under indirect channel, the agent, you can use agent, or directly you can use the wholesaler or directly retailers. So this is one level channel. Here this is two level channel. If agent is involved means three level channel. Here 1, 2, 3. So if the manufacturer directly use retailer, one level. Through wholesaler, two level. Through the agent, three level distribution channel. So this is all about types of distribution channel. Next concept, factors affecting distribution channel. Under that first one, nature of market. Nature of market are further classified into four types. First one, number and location of buyers. So the distribution channel is depends on your nature of market. Under that first point, number of buyers and location. If the number of buyers are less means you can use direct distribution channel. And the location, if you are selling your product in a local area means you can use direct distribution channel. If you are producing or if you are selling your product in a wider area means you need to involve the intermediaries. So depends on the number and location. If the number is less means direct channel. If the number is more means you can use intermediary. So based on these two factors, it influences the distribution channel. Next, size and frequency of purchase. Size and frequency of purchase means if the consumer purchase in a small quantity, means they can directly transfer this goods from the manufacturer to the final consumers. If the consumer purchase in a bulk means you need to involve the intermediary. So size and frequency. frequency of the purchase. Depends on the size and frequency of the purchase, you need to decide your distribution channels. So these factors influence in your distribution channel. Next one, consumer or industrial market. Consumer market. Consumer market require distribution channel or intermediary in order to reach the consumers. Manufacturer located in a different area and the final consumer are located in another area. So in order to reach the final consumer and the manufacturer, it requires the distribution channels. So here the manufacturer is located in Bangalore means the consumer is located in Delhi. So in order to reach the final consumer, it requires intermediaries. So if you are producing, if your product is consumer product means it requires the distribution channel or intermediaries. If you are producing industrial product means directly you can contact with the industries and you can transport your goods. Some of the industrial goods also require the distribution channel, but depends on the product what you are producing. Depends on the product, the distribution channel will affect it. Consumer product, it requires distribution channel. Next, buying habit and preference. Buying habit and preference of the consumers. If the consumers regularly purchase the same product means you need not to involve the intermediaries. So you need not to involve the wholesaler or retailer. Directly you can reach your consumers. So it depends on the habit and preference of the consumers. Consumer preference is changing from time to time means, so then you need intermediaries like agent, wholesaler and retailer in order to attract the consumers. So these factors comes under nature of market. So these factors influence your distribution channel. Next one, nature of product. Depends on what product you are producing, it decides your distribution channel. Another first one, product size, bulk and weight. If your product is a bulk and weighted product means it involves distribution channels. So you need to store your goods. So you need to transfer your goods. You want warehouse to store the goods. So depends on the quantity and the size of your product, it influences your distribution channel. You cannot continuously manufacture and store your goods in a single warehouse. So you need more warehouses and more agents to transport your goods from one place to another place. So it depends on the size of your product. Then unit value. Based on the unit value, you need to decide your distribution channel. The next one, standardization. Product are classified into A grade, B grade and C grade products. So based on this standardization, you need to decide your distribution channels. So A grade products will reach to the out of country, so that it involves intermediary and distribution channels. C grade or the third grade products, you can sell this products in a local area. So here for this, it does not require any distribution channel. So based on standardization, you need to decide your distribution channel. Next one, technical nature. Technical nature. Your product, it requires some technical knowledge means you need to involve some intermediary to explain or to give information to guide your consumers. So based on the technical nature, you need to decide your distribution channels. If your product requires technicians in order to explain about the product or in order to guide the consumers, so you need to involve the intermediaries in the distribution channels. Then age of product, that is when new products are introduced, new channels are preferred. If you are producing a new product means you need to cover the wide area to increase your demands. So that you need to involve the distribution channel in order to reach the customers at a single time. So that the distribution channel, if you are involving intermediaries, that means agent, wholesaler and retailer in your transaction, in your business means they can reach easily consumers. They can each reach easily consumer at a single time. Next, nature of firm. Market standing. So based on the market standing, you can decide your distribution channel. It affects your distribution channel. Then financial resources. The company can offer finance for the distribution channel. You need to meet all the expenses for the distribution channels. You need to give commission, incentives, bonus for the agent, then wholesaler. You need to fix margin for the wholesaler as well as for the retailer. So if the company is able to meet all these financial expenses, means then they can opt for the distribution channels. They can take a decision of direct distribution channel. Next one, volume of output. If you are producing in a bulk, means the company require the distribution channel. They cannot sell whole bulk product in a direct distribution channel. So it requires intermediary. If you are producing in a small quantity, means you can take direct distribution channels. So depends on the volume of output. Then degree of control desire. That means if the manufacturer wants to have a control on this distribution channel, means they can make a decision of direct distribution channel, or they make a decision of only the retailer, one level or two level distribution channel. If the manufacturer desire is to make a profit, means they may sell all the produced goods to the agents, they hold the goods and they send or they supply the goods to the market whenever it is needed. So based on the desire of the manufacturer, it affects the distribution channel. Either it may be a direct 1 level, 2 level or 3 level distribution channel. Then managerial competences. Depends on the company's managerial competences. They make a decision about direct or indirect distribution channel by considering all the opportunities and threats. SWOT analysis. After SWOT analysis, they make a decision in taking the decision about the distribution channel. So company's managerial competences. So it decides the distribution channel. It affects your distribution channel. Then last one, nature of distribution. Availability of the middlemen. So if the middlemen are available for your product or in the desired area, adopt for the indirect distribution channel. If there is no middleman there is no availability of the middleman, means automatically you need to adopt for the direct distribution channel. Directly you need to sell your product to the consumers. Then attitude of the middlemen. If the middlemen work for the commission or incentives, you can give offers for them and you can motivate them in increasing their sales. So you can, depends on the attitude of the middleman, you will take a decision about distribution channels. So if they are ready to work effectively for the incentives or bonus, so you can motivate them through the incentives and bonus. Then service provided by the middleman. If the middleman services are effectively, or if the middlemen work effectively for your organization, then you will go for the indirect distribution channel. If you are providing incentives, bonus and you're motivating them, but they're not working effectively, means you're going for direct distribution channel. Next, sales potential. Sales potential of your product. So if your product have a potential to sell by itself, means then you'll take a direct distribution channel. Or if you are producing a new product, means it requires some promotion and you need to push your product. So at that time, you will use this indirect distribution channel. So the agent and middleman will promote your product. They influence the consumer to purchase your product. Then cost of the channels. Depends on the cost involved for this distribution channel, you will make the decision. If the company is able to such distribution channel, they go for indirect channel. Or if the manufacturer or the organization is not able to meet this expenses, means they'll go for direct distribution channels. These all are the factors which influence the distribution channel. So this is all about unit 4. So this is the last topic for the unit 4. In the next session, let us meet with the next unit. Until then, keep watching. Thank you.